Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Outdoor and Door Texan. Today I'll be showing y'all my recipe for stuffed skirt steak. Now skirt steak is most commonly used for fajitas in my neck of the woods, but if you find yourself with this cut of beef and are sick and tired of Tex-Mex, this is an excellent and easy alternate recipe. We'll be starting out with, you guessed it, a piece of skirt steak. These cuts usually come in a long rectangular shape like this one, and our first step will be pounding down the meat in order to make the thickness a bit more uniform, ensuring an even cook. Take a long piece of plastic cling wrap and lay it over your steak. Take a heavy flat object like this wooden pickle packer, say that 5 times fast, or a wooden spoon, or just about anything on hand that you can swing with some weight. Then give your steak a nice even beat down, working to get everything to a uniform flatness. Now starting on our stuffing, take about half a block of cream cheese and lay down an even thin layer across the meat. After the cheese, I'm spreading a mixture of chopped sweet yellow onion, fresh jalapenos, and garlic across the steak. If you're in a pinch and don't have time for all the prep work of chopping onions, jalapenos, etc., a can of Rotel works really well here too. More to that point, go crazy. Play around with different stuffing ideas. I'd like to think of this recipe as an introduction to the overall method that you can then take from here and make your own. The final component for the stuffing is some excellent seasoning, so you know I'm reaching for the great and tasty Musket Powder White Label. If you're not familiar with Musket Powder, they're a coffee-based seasoning company that has some really excellent blends. The White Label specifically takes their signature coffee-based barbecue rub and mixes it with ranch powder seasoning. It is delicious, and it works really well with cream cheese and the other ingredients in this recipe. If you don't have the White Label lying around, simply sprinkle some ranch powder seasoning throughout your stuffing. That ranch flavor in particular really sets this recipe apart from others. Now it's time to roll up your steak. Pick up one side and start tightly rolling the meat from one side to the other. Once you're rolled up, grab some butcher twine and tightly tie off each end and then add one more in the center. It's important to tie the end points up tightly as we don't want any of the stuffing spilling out while it sits on the grill. Last steps in prep, coat the outside of your steak with salt, pepper, and a little bit of your favorite barbecue rub. Now it's time to head outside and get to cooking. Today I'm using my big green egg, but just about any grill that can sit at 400 degrees Fahrenheit will work just fine. Place the steak directly over the coals on your grill and cook all 4 sides of the roll for about 5 minutes each. The dead center is going to take some time to come up to temp, so we'll use that time to our advantage and give the entire outer surface a nice seared crust. Stuffed steaks can be tricky to gauge doneness, since your thermometer is running into a whole bunch of internal ingredients beyond just the meat. But I found that if you use an instant read thermometer and the center core of your roll is reading 120 degrees Fahrenheit, it should equal out to about medium rare throughout. Just make sure to take multiple readings and pull your steak when satisfied. Also, it's really important to remember that this is skirt steak, so rare or medium rare are ideal as far as tenderness is concerned. If you overcook this cut of beef, you are going to be doing some serious chewing at the dinner table. Always rest your meat. Give this steak a solid 15 minutes sitting out on the chopping block so those constricted muscles have a chance to relax and reabsorb all those juices. After a good rest, it's time to slice and enjoy. You can see the temp landed on a nice medium rare, and when we finally got around to digging in, the stuffing married really well with that beefy flavor of skirt steak, and the meat itself was perfectly tender. All around, way more fun than fajitas. That'll do it for this one, and thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment below on how yours turned out and if you tried anything different from my recipe. For those of y'all new to the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe for more great content to come. Alright y'all, take care.